We all got trauma. We all have trauma. But I got one question. Like, you watching this video right now, how much longer are you going to let that same trauma, whether it's from childhood, from when you're a teenager, or even when you're an adult, how long are you going to let that control your life? It's a simple question. How much longer are you going to let that control your life? It's easier said than done, I'm aware. But we do need to stop letting our trauma run us. Stop using our traumas as excuses whenever you are struggling with things. And look, man, we will do it. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's not me using it as an excuse. It's just that this person over here triggered me. You know, I just couldn't control my trauma response afterwards. Yes, you can. You can understand that that person is triggering you, but it's triggering a certain memory of yours. That's you being in control. Because here's the thing you need to understand. Anything outside of yourself is outside of your control. You can only control how you react to the situation. You can't control what's thrown at you. So any instance, any situation that you are thrown into, if it's something that came up out of nowhere, no explanation, nothing like that, you have no control over it. You can try and make sense of it as long as you want. So sometimes, you know, in life, even when you try to, you know, think about it and trying to wonder what the purpose of this encounter was or wherever it is, you're not going to figure it out, at least not straight away. Maybe eventually in time you will. Maybe you just need to go through some experiences first before it finally clocks into your mind. But you're not going to always get it. But the fact of the matter is that it's out of your control. And our minds sometimes do not understand or realize that. Doesn't realize that we don't have control over these things. Our minds convince us that we can control every aspect of life. And that's just simply not true. But you can control how you react to any situation. So for example, if something triggers you, and you are going to get triggered by that thing, you can do what you always do, which is just allow the trauma to consume you, to envelop you, and you're just lost in the trauma for however long. Or you can realize that you're triggered right now, because a lot of us don't realize that we're actually triggered or what actually triggers us. You can do this as well. You can see the fact that you're triggered, go into somewhere where you can think about what it is that actually triggered you, and just take some time to sit with yourself, and eventually you might find out that what was actually said wasn't the actual issue, and what it was just that it's something that reminded you of a time in high school when you got embarrassed by somebody, and because this person said something that insulted you, it just brought out that particular memory. That's one thing about our minds as well, is that any kind of traumatic moment that we encounter, it gets imprinted in our brains. It's like it takes a snapshot of that particular memory, and anything remotely close to that moment will bring us right back as if that moment was actually happening, even though it's not. That moment is 5 years, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years in the past, but yet somehow we're reacting the exact same way we did at that same moment for something else. Am I saying to just ignore the trauma response? No, because that's not possible. You are going to get annoyed. You are going to get triggered. But if you can recognize what's going on here, if you can recognize that whatever is triggering you is based on something that happened in the past, that is the first step. Identifying the difference, because you are not getting the same thing that happened to you whenever that traumatic experience happened, unless it's the exact same thing or it's something very, very similar to that. But like I said, remember, be kind to yourself. But it's more than just saying, oh, don't worry, it's okay. It's more than that. It's you realizing that you're not a bad person for reacting like this, but you have the control of changing that reaction to something else. So because of that, you realize that you can control how you react to the situation, but you can't control the situation itself. And trust me, when you start to understand that, life becomes easier for you, because you're not putting so much consumption into the actual scenario. Because that's exactly why you start ruminating on that, because you don't realize it, but you are basically trying to control the situation. You're trying to control the situation when it's outside of your control. Simple as that. I hope that helps. Thank you guys for watching today. Be sure to check down below. There's a link tree to the Autism Podcast that's hosted by the London Autism Group charity. I'm one of the hosts alongside my co-hosts. We interview autistic guests across many different platforms that's to do with autism. So if you want to find out more about autism and find out what other people's experiences are and how they can relate to you, click down below. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. I've got more videos like this coming. My apologies for being off for a while. I've been quite busy and a little bit overwhelmed, so I need to take a small break, but I'm back and I've got a few more videos coming your way. And if you've got any experiences about traumas that you would like to share, it's no pressure or anything, but if you'd like to share some of your traumatic moments, put them down in the comments. Create a conversation and we can start sharing our traumas together. But I hope that helps. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, stay blessed and keep expanding.